Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name's Jen and I'm a self-taught nail enthusiast. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how I got this nail look. This consists of two parts. It's got a little accent nail and then the butterfly nails. So stick around and let's get started. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the accent nail. I actually saw this accent nail on the Model One's Hughes Instagram page. Oof. They posted this using their diamond collection, which I actually have. I'm only missing one of the colors, and it was basically like a mix between this blue and pink shade here. I don't know what I did with it. I must have given it away to somebody at some point in time. I do kind of like clear out my collection here and there just to fit like the new stuff that's coming in. But either way, it still works with the 5 colors that I have. So you can see here, I have it on my ring finger, and I actually decided to do it on my thumb as well and my ring finger on the left hand. So essentially what you do is you take all of the colors and you just drop them down in random spots. Then you use a little liner brush to kind of finesse the gel together, and then you outline it with a black nail polish. And in my mind, I thought this went perfectly with the butterflies. I've seen a lot of different nail looks with these little butterfly decals, and I don't know, for me, like when I saw that, I was like, oh my god, that'd be perfect to use. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna start with the blue color, and I'm just kind of plopping it around anywhere I want. You don't need to necessarily use a lot of polish, but you want enough that you can see the color. So I do just small little sections randomly throughout the nail. And some colors do come off better than others, to be honest. You know, like the blue and the purple really shows up nicely. The light pink and the gold and silver, they're okay, but you'll notice the other colors show up a little better. I also think that you could probably do this with just like a regular nail polish, and it would still turn out really pretty. It kind of just gives this like in my head, I see like butterfly wing. If I was more talented, I would like to like draw like like 2 butterfly wings like on 2 nails and connect it, but I'm just not that skilled. So I'm just going with covering the whole nail. And I will try and post the video above. If I can't post the video, I'll have it linked down in the description box, but I'll at least post like a picture of what it looks like above so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm doing exactly what they did, so I didn't change anything other than the fact that I don't have that one polish. So I think I am pretty much finished. I'm just filling in the empty spaces with the gold, and then I just take, there she is. I just take a liner brush. I just want to make sure I don't have black polish on here. And I just kind of like move the polish around so there's no empty spaces and everything is nice and filled in on the nail. All right, looks good. I'm just gonna wipe that off over there. And I am going to cure that for 60 seconds. All right, guys. So I just have a little bit of black polish here on this palette, and I'm gonna go and basically outline the sections of color. And I mean, it can't be any simpler than that. Once you're done, you also outline like the rim of the nail, if that's what that's called. I don't know. Sorry, it's very hard to talk and do this at the same time, but you just want like a nice grid, I guess, It almost gives this like stained glass effect to the nail. I thought about experimenting with possibly using like a white polish as well. But I figured the first time around I would just stick to the original video. I know this is kind of hard to see. It's like reflecting off of the camera lens. So I will try to do my best to get a good angle so that you guys can see. And I try not to make it like too perfect, if that makes sense. Like, I kind of want like different size outlines, so that it gives you that sort of like butterfly wing effect. I don't want it to be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, you know, like if that makes sense. I feel like the more that it's not perfect, the better it looks. And don't worry, if you get any on your skin, you can always wipe that off before you cure. Okay, now we just take this black line all the way around. Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned this, but before I did this, I did go ahead and put a top coat on just so that I had like a smooth area to work with. So I put a top coat over the gel diamond polishes. And if you hear my voice, I am getting sick, or I am sick rather. I got a little cold from my son. We sent him back to school full time, and of course, within like the first couple weeks, he got sick. He did have to get a COVID test. That's like their policy, obviously. If you have any symptoms before returning to school, you have to get tested. So I'm sure this is probably nothing, but it's just annoying. I literally haven't been sick in like 2 years because I don't leave the house other than to go to the doctors. It kind of stinks. I don't feel that great, but I'm doing okay. All right, so that is the accent nail. Let me get in focus. Focus, please. There you go. I think it's absolutely stunning. And when I had first done my right hand, I like didn't outline it the first day. I kind of do my nails like over the weekend because I can't sit for very long. So that's why I've actually started just doing like a couple nails in my videos, because sitting for like hours on end is really difficult for me. But anyways, so when I first did my nails, I didn't have the black outline on it, and it was still pretty. But I feel like once you did that black outline, it just popped and it looked amazing. So, you know, you could leave it without and it's still very pretty, but I just think it adds to the whole like aesthetic of this nail look. All right, time to do the butterfly nails. And this literally couldn't be any easier. I've got some butterflies that I got online. I'll have linked down below. And some iridescent, I don't want to say hollow, I guess this is iridescent glitter, will be linked down below, of course. And I need, what do I need? Base coat. I literally have like everything like laid out on my desk that I'm using, and it's kind of a mess right now. So we take some base coat, and I just lay a thin layer of that down. The only thing that I did different on this hand than I did on this hand was when I attached my Chiarosky jelly tips, which I didn't even tell you guys that I was using those, but that's what I have on. I used one of the colored Emily builder gels. I just wanted to see what it would look like. I don't know if I'm a fan, to be honest with you, because it kind of just like clumped up. I mean, you can see it like spread out, and then where it runs out, you just see this like big pink chunk and it doesn't look that nice. So I'm kind of trying to like camouflage that with my design today. I don't know. I was hopeful that it would give me like a pretty like nail bed color, but I'm not feeling it. I don't think it looks nice at all. So I'm gonna try to cover it up as best as I can anyways. Or at least just camouflage it within the glitter and butterflies. And I like the way that I did it on my index finger, where I kind of like started out at the cuticle and then swooped around and like covered the free edge. So that's sort of the look that I went for with the rest of the fingers. And I did the I did the pinky the wrong direction. You know what? Who cares? Who cares? So I'm gonna go ahead. I like the amount of glitter. I'm gonna flash cure that for 10 seconds. And then when we come back, I will do the butterflies. Okay, so I chose to use these color butterflies because I think they match the colors in the nail the best. So I am just using base coat for this. I think that these things are thin enough that they stick in here just fine. I'm going to be encapsulating with polygel, so I don't want to make the nail too thick. I feel like if I were to use a builder gel, it would just be too much stuff on the nail. So I just kind of go and I pick out the different colored butterflies and I strategically place them around my nail. I mean, I wouldn't really say strategically, it's quite random, but I try to include at least 2 of all of the colors. Honestly, like, I was so hesitant to do a look with these because I just felt like it had been done before. But I actually really like the way this turned out. I think it's really, really pretty. And kind of like a little bit baddie, if you will. Like, I envision like an Instagram baddie definitely wearing these nails. And I'm far from that. But I don't know. I just think they're really cute. They probably would be longer if it was on like an Instagram star, but I definitely picture someone wearing something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and flash cure that, and I'm just gonna do that for 10 seconds, and then I'll do the polygel. Oh my gosh. I'm just using this clear polygel from Model 1s, but you could use any clear or even like a translucent pink. I've used their translucent pink to encapsulate stuff before, and I'm just using alcohol as my slip solution. So I basically just go ahead and put like a little, just like a little towel to like wipe my brush off on. And ooh, I don't know what it is, but this stuff just like gets really gross around, like it like literally just pours out of the cap. So when you open it, it's all over the place. I don't know, there needs to be a better way. So I literally just put a little bead on my finger. Ooh, my God, I just got a shower of alcohol. And I just pat this into place. Now, my only issue is I feel like the nails are kind of cloudy. And I don't know why, because when I top coat them, they don't look cloudy. And then after about like 5 to 10 minutes, they get cloudy. And I don't know like if it's something that I'm doing, like maybe I'm using too much alcohol. Maybe I'm like messing with it too much. I don't know. If you guys could leave me your advice or tips down below as to like how to fix that from happening, because it's really like kind of annoying. And I know like you can't really tell in pictures or in camera, but like in person you can. And it's annoying because it's like you do all this work to have like a clear nail and it ends up being cloudy, so it's kind of frustrating. So please, please, someone help me. Give me some advice on how to not have a cloudy look. Like, I don't know if it's from the poly gel or if it's something that I'm doing. So let me know. Because it's like, it's so cute when it's clear. Like, it looks so nice right now, you know? You see all the glitter, you see all the butterflies, and it looks amazing. But we'll see. Okay. And I'm never a good judge as to like how much to put on my nail. I always end up with like way too much. I don't know. Okay. Just trying to get it as thin as possible, but so that the butterflies like aren't sticking out, because I don't want to file any of them off, but I also don't want a really thick bulky nail. So, you know, it's just looking at it from every direction, and once I'm happy with it, I will just cure it in the lamp. So we're up to 48 subscribers too, guys. I'm almost at my goal of 50. I know that sounds like such a small goal, but you have to set attainable goals for yourself. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna reach 1 million followers or subscribers in 2 months. Like, that's not an attainable goal. You'll end up giving up if you set goals like that, you know? So that's my mom advice for you today. I'm almost done. Just getting the excess off. I think I'm happy with it, so I'm just gonna like smooth out the end over here where I took that off. And I'm gonna pop it in the lamp. Make sure there's nothing underneath. There's nothing I hate more than having stuff like stuck to my finger. All right, I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna cure that as I keep messing with it. Just kidding. Okay, I'm gonna cure it and we'll be back. All right, so you could totally stop here. Awesome, beautiful, lovely nails. But why would you want to? So we're gonna add some little gems. I am literally just using the smallest one out of here, and I just kind of randomly put them all over. I think I'm just gonna like speed through this because I find this part to be kind of boring in nail videos, me just like picking out like stones. But as you can see, I do have them placed on this hand, and I just think it adds like that little extra bit of shimmer to the nails. So that's what I'm gonna do. You guys know the drill. I do some builder gel and a top coat over that, and then I just place the gems that way. So I'm gonna just do this really, really quickly. That's it. I got all the gems on. It made it a lot easier to put it in like a little dish rather than trying to pick it out of the container, because what happens is you get a lot on this thing instead of like one at a time. So I'm just gonna cure that for 120 seconds just to make sure everything is nice and cured, and when I come back I will show you the finished look. All right guys, that is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry, that's my voice going. I hope you enjoyed it. This was a really fun look to put together. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is luxnails by Jen, just like on here. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button so you never miss a mani with me. Bye guys!